For those of you who don't know, I had to spend about 3 weeks in self-isolation with my family as one of our kids had come down with COVID. And it was an interesting experience, and it caused me to think about something as I went through it. And it was that as the time drew closer for us to come out of isolation and we were allowed to go out, I noticed my sense of expectation was growing, and the excitement and joy of being able to go out again and even just to run to the store to grab things was growing in me, and just to be around people was just something I was really looking forward to. And it was basically this idea of being able to experience freedom again, and it was a good feeling. However, the night before our last day, or the night before I was allowed to go out, there was another side of the coin that appeared. I had anxiety come up inside of me, and that joy and expectation that I had been looking forward to about being able to go out and to see people again just the day before was swallowed up with doubt and fear. And it was like a fear of being worried that I was asymptomatic and could get somebody sick, and maybe I was sick and didn't know it, or anything like that. And I was just, that joy that I had looked forward to having about being free was swallowed up by that doubt and that fear. And that got me thinking about my faith. And often I realize I live the same way when it comes to understanding my forgiveness. I know that God loves me. I know that I'm forgiven. And I can't wait to see what he's going to do from day to day in my life. And yet, I find myself with these little thoughts that bubble up from deep inside my heart. Things like, yeah, sure, you're forgiven, but you're just going to mess it up again. And yeah, God forgives you, but what if anybody else knew what you did? And many other things like this just stir up in my heart and my mind and rob me of that joy and celebration that comes with that forgiveness that we're given. And what happens is I don't allow myself to experience what God truly has for me, the joy and the praise and the celebration of the freedom that he gives us through Jesus, that he paid so much for. I don't allow my heart to melt and soften to the grace and mercy of our everlasting and ever-loving Father. So what am I getting at? How can we recognize this day and every day that we are free, and not allow our freedom to be trampled down by the doubts in our hearts and minds? But how do we give those over to God and allow him to live lives of joy and of passion and of encouragement? And I don't know what that looks like for you, but I wanted to leave you with this verse from 2 Corinthians. And here's what it says. And it's 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 16 through 18. But whenever someone turns to the Lord, the veil is taken away. For the Lord is spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. So all of us who have had that veil removed can see and reflect the glory of God. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image. So just take a moment to dwell on that and think about how you are being made into the glorious image of our God as he works in your heart and helps you live out your freedom. God bless.